Remember that this is a mega Times Now super explosive exclusive. Well, Times Now was the only channel yesterday to report from the ground as bloody riots singed the streets of Jharkhand's Palamu. Well, today Times Now has embarked on the quest for truth. As the ash settles and the embers simmer, Times Now's stage goes to the epicenter of the clash site at Masjid Chowk. We will get you definitive evidence which reveals how a holy place of a mosque was turned into a launchpad of violence and hate by the rioters. Remember, these videos that Times Now brought to you yesterday, they show active pelting which happened, you can see very clearly, from the rooftop of this mosque. This mosque is where the clashes began. This is the very Chauraha that we are getting you the visuals from yesterday. You can see these visuals of the pelters on the rooftop. On their target were organizers of the Shivratri procession who were trying to put up a Toran gate. Soon the pelting and the scuffle turned into a full-blown vicious riot and arson. In fact, a day later, today Times Now returns to the clash site at Masjid Chowk. Khatri manages to reach the rooftop where you saw the pelters launch this attack from a mosque. Even now the mosque roof is strewn with bricks, beer bottles and stones, the telltale vestiges of a riot launchpad. Watch this report by Khatri and our video journalist Ejaz Hussain.
Times Now is reporting from ground zero, and we are just at that mosque from where it's been said that the stone pelting had begun. And you can see that these are all the stones, the bricks that have all been scattered over here on the top of this particular area of the mosque. And what we are learning is that the group A, that in fact belongs to the Shivratri Puja Committee group, they allegedly said that the stone pelting started from the mosque area, and that's why perhaps you can see these big bricks, the pieces of stones lying over here on the top floor of the mosque. Behind me, Ejaz is showing you the visuals. That is the mosque you can see, and we are reporting exclusively from ground zero, showing you that what might have been happened. Remember, there was a crowd of around 200 to 300 people who were perhaps present at this particular area. Ejaz, if you can just quickly turn around and show a 360-degree visual here just beside Ejaz, this side, if you can show that how many stones are there just below at the ground. Remember that this is a particular area from where the stones pelting started, and we are just showing you, Ejaz, from here, if you can show that here we are showing you the visuals that how the stone pelting might have started. And this was also this particular area where, in fact, this is a very sensitive area, and just we are trying to have a quick sense about what might have happened. And these are again you can see that the glass bottles are lying all over, and the stones are scattered, and in fact the petrol bombs were also allegedly thrown from both these sides, is what we are learning. But remember that these are the heap of stones. However, construction is also going on in the nearby area. But you see here again, these are the glass bottles. You see, viewers, these are the glass bottles lying over here just above the area of the masjid where we are reporting from, and these are the small pieces of the glasses. See, these are the small pieces of the glasses which we are showing you exclusively just only on Times Now to get a sense. And that is the area of masjid. You can see over here that how the stone pelting might have started. That area, from this particular area, I just show that visuals that you can see that from this particular area the stone pelting might have started, and there must have been a stone pelting from this area to the Masjid Chowk where the Dwar was being built. And these are the latest picture that we are showing you, that how the things might have unfolded. Remember that more than 10 arrests have been made in this particular case, and remember that this is the worst violence that took place till now in the Palamu district. Remember, it is also a very sensitive area, and the people over here told that police administration was very late to come over here, and that is why such kind of incident, had taken place. And there is the police deployment. The administration is standing over here, and we are reporting from ground zero, showing you the actual reality of what might have happened, and we'll try to get in a more sense about how these things might have unfolded. But as of now, what we are learning, and from ground zero, we are showing you that how the stone pelting might have started, because this is the entire area, this is the entire terrace, in fact, from where you can see the stones, the small particles of the small pieces of the glass and the bottles as well. With Vijay Ajaz, this is Stage reporting 4 Times Now from Palamu.
Well, the shards of glass, beer bottles and stones on the rooftop of the mosque corroborated the videos which show pelters using the mosque's roof to pelt and attack those on the streets. But not just videos and evidence from the rooftop. Times Now also speaks to eyewitnesses who confirm that pelting did indeed begin from the mosque. In fact, Times Now has decided to mask their identities to shield them for any retributive strike they may face. Here, this chilling eyewitness account.
मिठाई की दुकान से हम लोग नाश्ता पानी यहीं कर रहे थे। हाँ। तो हम लोग देखे कि उधर से आदमी दौड़ के आया।
कहाँ से आया?
वो मस्जिद चौक से दौड़ के आया।
दिखाइए आजाद जी, यहाँ से दौड़ कर आए।
हाँ, दौड़ करके आया इधर। तो हम पूछे क्या हुआ जी? तो ना हम लोग को मुसलमान नहीं गेट लगाने दे रहा है। तो हम लोग को मारो तो सबके लगा हुआ था चोट उठ, माथा उठा में फटा हुआ था। तो फिर इधर से फिर उधर से देखे पत्थर ऊपर से चला आया, और बहुत पत्थर चला।
ऊपर से कहाँ से आया पत्थर?
मस्जिद से पत्थर आया।
देखा अपने आंखों से?
देखा अपने आंख से देखा। हम यहाँ पर कम से कम 1.5 घंटा चला है। प्रशासन भी आई, प्रशासन को भी मार बजा, और पब्लिक के ऊपर से खाली पत्थर चल रहा था।
अच्छा, कितने लोग होंगे ऊपर मस्जिद के जो पत्थरबाजी कर रहे थे?
लोग तो बहुत कम नजर आ रहे थे, मैंने 2-4 आ रहे थे।
लोग डरे हुए थे जब यहाँ पर ये सारी चीजें हो रही थी? क्या कुछ माहौल था?
ये सब करकट उड़कर पर पत्थर आ रहा था, आदमी बच के चल रहा था। इधर से एक भी वार नहीं हो रहा था।
यहाँ से वार नहीं हो रहा था।
As you just heard, यहाँ से वार नहीं हो रहा था, वहाँ से पत्थर मारे जा रहे थे. Now listen to this next couple. They live next to the mosque. They narrate how they saw rioters armed with sticks and stones at their doorstep. They also reveal how their pleas for help went unheard and the police failed to control the rioters.
चौक पर एक अचानक बोरा मतलब क्या बोलते हैं, डंटा उंटा निकाला उला, पूरा मारा पीटी का स्टार्टिंग होने वाला था। तो हम लोग अचानक शटर गिरा दिए, गेट बंद कर दिए। गेट बंद करने के बाद हम लोग छत्ता पर जब चढ़े तो देख रहे कि बहुत सारा भीड़, पूरा जूम कर पूरा लड़ाई पूरा दोनों तरफ से हो रहा है, ईटाबाजी। और होते होते फिर मेरा दुहारी तक पूरा भीड़ आ गया। अब मेरे दुहारी तक पर पूरा पत्थर फेंका गया।
यहाँ पर भी शटर पे पत्थर फेंके गए थे?
पत्थर फेंके गए और पूरा हम लोग डर गए कि क्या होगा, कैसे क्या होगा। हम लोग तो रोने लगे घर के अंदर।
आपको ऐसा लग रहा था कि आपको टारगेट किया जा रहा है?
टारगेट किया जा रहा है। चावल नहीं था, कुछ नहीं था, फिर भी हम लोग कैसे कैसे अभी एक पुलिस के द्वारा चावल आटा मंगाए, आलू,
घर पे खाना भी नहीं था।
यहाँ का जो विधायक है उसको हम लोग फोन किए कि आकर कुछ मामला बढ़ने वाला है। ठीक है,
आपने फोन किया था उन्हें?
तो माहौल को शांत करने के लिए बुला रहे थे।
क्या बोले विधायक? यहाँ
बोले कि नहीं, कुछ बात नहीं बढ़ेगा, ये छोटा बात है।
हम लोग यहाँ 40-45 साल से लगभग इस क्षेत्र में रह रहे हैं। बहुत ही डर के माहौल में हम लोग अभी रह रहे हैं, और रात भर हम लोग मैंने जग के सोए हैं, हम सोए ही नहीं है लगभग।
क्या बोले था आप फोन करके उन्हें?
प्रमुख यही करीब 7:30 बजे के आसपास हमने जानकारी दिया, करीब 100 लड़का के भीड़ जमा हो गया है, से आप प्रशासन को तुरंत मदद कीजिए, तुरंत मदद लीजिए तुरंत। लेकिन जो है से वो बोले कि ठीक है। अब ये रात में बात हुई थी हम लोग के दोनों के बीच से, दोनों पक्ष से 5-5 लोग बैठेंगे, बैठने के बाद जो है से ये मामला को हम शांत करवा देंगे। ठीक है, तो इसी बीच कुछ
हिंसा से पहले आपने ये चीज बता दी थी उनको, फिर भी कोई एक्शन नहीं हुआ?
नहीं लिया गया एक्शन। तो हमको सबसे ज्यादा भारी दुख की बात हो रही है कि प्रशासन के आने के बाद भी दोनों तरफ से करीब 1-1.5 घंटा 2 घंटा तक पथराव होते रहे।
Well, after we saw the remnants of the riot on this rooftop of the mosque, Times Now showed this footage to the DCP. Faced with facts captured on tape, the police now vow to take action.
How do you see this, and what action will be taken further on those?
All the people who are responsible for these kind of acts, definitely strict action will be taken. And our police officers have already identified them, and we are going to take the very strict action.
Sir, here is just a small video I would like to show you. This is the video where the stones could be seen over the top of the mosque, and these are the visuals where the bottles were also seen and the glass particles.
We are trying to identify the people who are responsible for all these things. We'll take action.
Sir, any action will be taken on them in this?
Definitely, action will be taken. And we have controlled everything, and now around 6 to 7 people are already been arrested. And our few of our Jawans are also, they got injured yesterday.
How many Jawans got injured?
4 to 5 Jawans are injured, but from after that, things have got controlled.
Well, despite Times Now's exhaustive coverage, which indicates that the pelting did indeed begin from the rooftop of the mosque, the ecosystem is still in denial. Here how facts are now being muddied with political rhetoric, and now the Sangh is being blamed by the ecosystem.
सरकार सो रही थी और ये संघ स्पॉन्सर्ड जो कॉन्स्पिरेसी था वो उसमें कामयाब हो गए। आप स्टोन पेल्टिंग करते हैं मस्जिद के ऊपर और फिर 2 घर को जला देते हैं, लोग जख्मी हैं, घायल हैं, 4 व्हीलर बंद करते हैं, 2 व्हीलर बंद करते हैं। तो ये झारखंड मुक्ति मोर्चा की सरकार क्यों सो रही है? क्यों उनको अलाउ किया आपने इस तरह की दंगाइयों को? आपका काम था रोकना, इनकी सरासर नाकामी है और वो अपने मकसद में कामयाब हो गए वो लोग।
हम लोग सभी समाज का रिस्पेक्ट करते हैं, उनको लेके चलते हैं, उनके सुख दुख में हम लोग काम आते हैं। लेकिन जब से ये देखिएगा कि भाजपा आई है देश में या राज्यों में, एकदम समाज को बांटकर, लोगों को लड़ाकर, हिंदू मुस्लिम, मंदिर मस्जिद, पाकिस्तान हिंदुस्तान बांग्लादेश कर करके एकदम जो मेन मुद्दा है उसे डाइवर्ट कर देता है। विकास हमारा फोकस करना चाहिए, रोजगार हमारा फोकस करना चाहिए। अब बताइए पलामू की घटना कौन सा घटना है? हमारा पुलिस ने कंट्रोल कर लिया, सरकार ने कंट्रोल करवा लिया। अब जहाँ 100% मुस्लिम है वहाँ पे आप गार्ड दे रहे हैं वो गेट, तो गाड़ी मना नहीं है, स्वेच्छा से गाड़ी है।
Well, let's go across. Joining us live, Tejashree. She's the one, of course, who managed to get us this mega exclusive from the rooftop of the mosque, which unfortunately a holy site being used to launch the pelting attack. Also joining us on the show today, Kunal Sarangi, spokesperson of BJP Jharkhand. Also Professor Atikur Rahman, an Islamic scholar, and Dr. Tanuj Khatri, spokesperson with the JMM. But first, I'm going to come to you, Tanushree, because there has been so much of rhetoric. We just heard sound bites coming in from opposition leaders saying this is all a BJP, a RSS, a Sangh conspiracy. You must tell us, what did you find on the rooftop of the mosque?
See, Times Now was the only channel who went on the ground to show that what the reality was. And when we ourselves saw the reality, we were extremely surprised. Because when we went to the top of the terrace of the mosque, there were hundreds of bricks, hundreds of stones, and the small particles of glass bottles lying on that particular rooftop. And also there were empty glass bottles that were also lying on the rooftop. Now, even if we consider that the stones and the bricks might have been there because the construction work was going on, but then the bigger question over here is that why the glass bottles and why the small particles of the glass bottles were kept in large numbers over there at the rooftop. And what the Shivratri Committee has been alleging since day one is that the stone pelting started from the rooftop of the mosque when there was a verbal spat between both the groups. In fact, the verbal spat started around 9 a.m. on the morning of 15th of February while they were installing a dwar that we had shown in our report also. And then from there, the masjid committee denied that you cannot place your dwar over here. In fact, what the DC told us that every year this kind of procession takes place, and this was the yatra that was supposed to be carried out on Mahashivratri. But then the people present in the mosque, in fact, the masjid committee denied that the dwar cannot be installed, and the riot and the verbal spat turned into arguments, and arguments turned into the riots that we are showing as of now.
Well, thank you so much, Tejashree, because you're the only one who's reported from the ground. This is a story that many people would like to bury, but Tejashree's exclusive reportage has now shown what really happened that day. Thank you so much for getting us those details. Let me go across to Kunal Sarangi. Kunal, you've seen the entire report that Tejashree's filed. Now, it's very clear that, yes, indeed, there were stones, bricks, glass bottles, beer bottles which were there even today on the rooftop of the mosque. It was being used as a launch pad. We have videos of that. We have eyewitnesses of that. Can it be denied anymore? And yet there are those who are saying it's a Sangh conspiracy.
First of all, I would like to thank Times Now and particularly Tanushree for revealing the truth to the nation. what exactly happened in Palamu. Rhetorics will continue, political blame gaming will continue, but the truth remains the truth. Festivals are our opportunities to express our spiritual freedom. And I'd like to ask 3 questions to the 3 gentlemen you just showed who spoke with Times Now, the DC. He said action will be taken. Why action was not taken before the riot took place, before the clashes began? Because the input that the administration received much before the clashes began was that everything was not well. This Shahid Chowk, now they have started naming it as Masjid Chowk. It was actually Shahid Chowk. And this mosque, for your information, I would like to mention it on record on a national television. It is on an encroached piece of land. This inquiry is also going on. And the committee chairman, Abul Hassan, his role must be investigated, how he allowed that mosque to be used as a launch pad for stone pelting, and also the people are attacked by sticks and very sharp objects and petrol bombs as well. It was not a Friday. There was no reason why such huge gathering was allowed in the mosque.
Okay.
Despite knowing all this, the administration was sitting like a sitting duck. It was sitting there without doing anything about this situation.
Dr. Khatri, would you like to respond to that? Was the administration sleeping on the wheel when a holy place like a mosque was being turned into a launch pad by these pelters, and now there is evidence of it?
Precisely,
what was the police doing? What was the and instead of ensuring that the people are going to be safe, what has the administration done? Put section 144 for Mahashivratri. That's your response.
Exactly. Festivals are our opportunities to
yes,
express our spiritual
let's
freedom,
get Dr. Khatri to respond to that. Dr. Tanuj Khatri.
144 in our area. Exactly. And the second question, Mr. Owaisi said because the JMM government was sleeping, RSS has this entire conspiracy.
Khatri, would you like to respond? You are a spokesperson with the JMM. Please give your response.
देखिए बार बार ये बात को दोहराते रहना कि प्रशासन सो रहा था. अगर प्रशासन सो रहा होता तो दिल्ली वाली जिस तरीके से दिल्ली के अंदर में दंगा करवाया था वो घटना होती, जिस तरीके से गुजरात में हुआ वो घटना होती, जिस तरीके से हरियाणा में हुआ वो घटना होती, जिस तरीके से कर्नाटक में हुआ वो घटना होती. और कोविड काल के दौरान 126 घटनाएं हुई, मध्य प्रदेश के अंदर में वो घटना होती. लेकिन प्रशासन ने सूझबूझ के साथ खुद प्रशासन के लोग हताहत हुए हैं और दंगा को रोकने का काम किया.
6 पुलिसमैन इसमें घायल हुए हैं, 6 सिविलियंस घायल हो रहे हैं और आपके लिए ये छोटी सी बात है? खत्री जी,
अभी आप जो बाइट चला रहे थे, जो स्थानीय लोगों की बाइट चला रहे थे, उसमें एक स्थानीय निवासी ने ये कहा कि जब वहां के स्थानीय विधायक यानी भारतीय जनता पार्टी के विधायक से संपर्क किया गया तो उन्होंने कहा कि छोटी घटना है. आपके चैनल पे हमने सुना अभी,
और उन्होंने ये भी बोला पुलिस वहां पर पहुंची नहीं और जब पहुंची उनसे कंट्रोल नहीं हुआ. आपने वो पार्ट सुना या आपने
पुलिस भी पहुंची?
जो सुनना था आपने वही सुना?
नहीं, आपने जो सुनाया वो मैंने सुना. पुलिस नहीं पहुंचती तो स्थिति भयावह होती और भारतीय जनता पार्टी का एजेंडा सक्सेसफुल होता. उसके हर एजेंडा
और इसमें भी बीजेपी का हाथ है. बिल्कुल, मगर पावर में तो आप है. पावर में कौन है आज? बीजेपी है क्या पावर में स्टेट में?
कैसे हाथ है वो? अगर
स्टेट में पावर में कौन है? होम मिनिस्टर किसका है? बीजेपी का है या जेएमएम का है? आपके अलायंस पे अभी रूल हो रहा है. एंड अतीकुर रहमान, आई एम गोइंग टू कम टू यू बिकॉज एट द एंड ऑफ इट व्हाट्स रियली अनफॉर्चुनेट इज अ वेरी होली प्लेस like a mosque has been turned into it. But do you see the similarities? Do you see the way that there was a blueprint, a toolkit many would say, from the Delhi riots, where Tahir also, remember, had that riot factory from his a rooftop where he used and his goons used to target people where they confessed they were targeting Hindus? Professor Rahman?
Kritsuin, with all authority on my command as a researcher on Islamic studies, I can assure you that no masjid administration per se would be allowing any of these antisocial elements to utilize the holy place like a mosque. And if at all your story is true, I am assuring you that if such antisocial elements have utilized the space of the masjid for this activity, we ourselves will be handing over these culprits to the administration. No qualms about it, Kritsuin. Take it for the assurance from our side. You know, anti-violence is not at all acceptable under any circumstances. And during
this violence specifically targeted towards
allow me to
Hindus as
complete,
it happened
sir.
in the case of Delhi, Professor Rahman, that's my question.
Exactly. Now, yeah, the other point is, a very important point is, during such important festival posts, you know, the administration should be taking action and having preventive arrest of all such antisocial elements.
Absolutely.
Has that been done by the administration? You know, why to make it
Yes.
communal? I don't understand. And by our communal overtones, we will be adding fuel to fire.
Yes. Atikur Rahman, I appreciate you taking this balanced views. Any kind of violence is condemnable, especially if it is targeted towards specific people. But what was the administration doing? Questions that still need to be answered. But at least after this massive blueprint explosive exclusive here on Times Now, we've managed to show what really is the truth behind it. And now questions are being asked if the entire Palamu riot was pre-planned. With that, a short break. Thank you so much for watching.